We're back with Arrow, and we've got 5 straight weeks to the finish. Starting off the home stretch, Slade crashes Oliver's hideout, showing him that nowhere is safe. Welcome to the top 5 moments from the episode, followed by the overall verdict.
I know who the arrow is.
Don't say another word. Don't say anything.
After being informed by Slade of who the Arrow truly was last week, Laurel is now piecing everything together. She knows that Oliver is the Arrow, and worked out that Sarah is the other vigilante he teams with. She wants to help her father, who is still in prison and facing an 18-month charge for assisting the Arrow. But Quentin doesn't want to know.
But then I realized I didn't care who he was. In fact, I didn't even want to know who he was. The man under the hood isn't important. Least I could do is sit here and do a little bit of time for him.
You getting a bad vibe off this guy?
The longer the chase, the slower the kill.
Slade breaks into the Star Labs facility and decides to slowly chase down the 2 remaining workers there, taunting them in a way. But they had a trick up their sleeve.
I take back what I said. I'll make this quick.
Now you can still stop Slade Wilson!
What did you say?
I can help you stop him.
How?
The Mirakuru. There's a cure.
Ivo tells Oliver and Sarah that there is a cure to the Mirakuru, which counteracts the effects of it. He agrees to tell Oliver and Sarah where it is, in exchange for a quick death. Sarah grants him his final wish, but Oliver assumes responsibility, telling Sarah that once you take a life, it changes you forever.
Until the Mirakuru drove me mad. I didn't even take any myself.
Once you take a life, it changes you forever. Welcome home.
Oliver and his team arrive back at their hideout, but are greeted by an unexpected guest, as Slade confronts them, and one by one, renders them useless.
Hello, Sarah. Don't forget who taught you how to fight, kid. If you could feel the power that is surging through me, you would know that I do not fear an arrow.
Oliver storms Slade's factory, only to find Roy captured and drained of his blood. Oliver for once actually took the upper hand over Slade, taking him off guard with an electric explosive arrow. Diggle dispatched Isabel with 2 bullets to the chest, which gave Oliver enough time to release Roy and escape before Slade had recovered.
You can't hurt me, kid.
My overall rating for this week's episode of Arrow is a 9 out of 10. It was a much more action-packed episode of Arrow this week, giving us a glimpse of the power and threat that Slade really does impose on the entire team of Arrow. Slade easily took out Sarah, Diggle and then Oliver, whilst barely breaking a sweat. So our heroes are going to have a lot of work to do, if they are going to take him down. In saying that though, we did see Slade on the back foot even if ever so slightly for a change. He seemed genuinely surprised when Oliver was able to successfully sabotage the biotransfuser and then was hit with one of Ollie's special arrows which was able to disorient him for a brief time. So maybe there is hope for Team Arrow in the battle against Slade. Quentin's scenes with Laura were great this week as well. Him telling her that he doesn't want to know the Arrow's true identity. It really does show us how far their relationship has came since the beginning of Season 1. Thea is still juggling all of the lies and information that was revealed to her last week, so it was good that it wasn't instantly resolved in the following episode, because the effect will certainly need much more time to play out. I won't spoil anything for those who don't already know, but Isabel's story has now moved on to the next stage. We had a lot of backstory behind her motives for trying to take over Queen Consolidated before she was taken out by Diggle at the end, but only briefly before she was saved by Slade. Thank you very much for watching the review. Please leave a like, comment and subscribe if you enjoyed the review, and I'll see you next week.